Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A promising pill, an experimental treatment for COVID-19 generating major excitement, cutting hospitalizations and deaths by half.
The weekend off to a beautiful start, but it is not going to last. Local forecasters are tracking rain for at least part of it.
But we're going to begin with the defenders learning about two troubling incidents involving Detroit police officers. Right now, both officers have been suspended without pay.
One stands accused of some very serious allegations of domestic abuse. Defender Sean Lay live tonight with what we've uncovered. Sean.
Good evening, Devin. Good evening, Kimberly. Here's what we know right now. We're talking two different officers in two different incidents here. One accused of a troubling, disturbing attack on his girlfriend. The other officer accused of stealing thousands of dollars from a jail kiosk. We'll start with this bizarre smiling mugshot of Detroit police officer Otis Funches Jr. after Funches was arrested August 26th in Taylor and charged with a vicious attack on his girlfriend. Police in Taylor confirm that the woman was choked until she was unconscious. Funches is charged with felony assault with intent to do great bodily harm, misdemeanor domestic violence, and interfering with a crime report for allegedly taking his girlfriend's cell phone so she could not call police for help. The alleged victim is also a Detroit police officer.
The alleged victim in this case is a member of the department, as you've indicated, and that they get the necessary resources and support from the agency as well. You know, that's imperative. I mean, if they are in fact a victim of domestic violence, we must make sure that she is given the services as any other citizen would be given those services, and hold the perpetrator accountable.
The Local 4 defenders also discovering that a veteran Detroit police sergeant working at the Detroit Detention Center was allegedly able to get cash out of a bond kiosk, like an ATM, in the jail lobby. Sources telling us the amount allegedly stolen is a staggering $30,000.
We were going to move to a disciplinary proceeding quite quickly because we had all the evidence that we needed, even outside of whatever decision came out of the prosecutor's office, and the sergeant made a decision to retire in lieu of termination.
And the reason why we're not identifying that police sergeant, because he is yet to be charged, but the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office has the warrant and still may charge him. Sources tell us a family member paid back that $30,000 taken from that jail kiosk, and the sergeant then retired once police got this case. However, again, he still may be charged. Now, Officer Funches in the domestic violence case, he'll be in court Monday in Taylor. Back to you.
Sean, with the Funches case, he's accused of taking his girlfriend's cell phone, which I probably complicated her ability to alert police.
She had to go right to the police department, walked into the desk, and an officer asking another officer for help. That's what police are telling us tonight.
Yeah. All right, Sean.
Well, the state just minutes ago reporting new COVID numbers from the past 2 days, and they are not good. 8,058 new cases, averaging out to more than 4,000 per day. That's well above what we've seen over the past few weeks. And 79 new deaths are also being reported. Meanwhile, Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh has tested positive for the virus.
Justice has been fully vaccinated since January, has no symptoms, but he was tested yesterday in order to attend today's ceremony welcoming Amy Coney Barrett to the High Court. Kavanaugh and his wife did not attend. His positive diagnosis also means Kavanaugh may not be on the bench on Monday. That's the start of the new Supreme Court term and what was to be the first in-person session with all of the justices. Now, there may soon be another weapon in the battle against COVID-19, and it's a pill. The drug maker Merck announcing today that its experimental antiviral drug reduced hospitalizations and deaths by half in those who were infected.
The company plans to ask the FDA for emergency use authorization as soon as possible. Here's what you need to know about this new potential treatment. It's called Molnupiravir, an antiviral pill that's taken as 4 capsules twice a day for 5 days. It's designed to block the coronavirus from reproducing itself by inserting errors into the virus's genetic code. Merck tested the pill on at-risk, non-hospitalized adult patients with mild to moderate COVID. Of the 385 participants who received the drug, 28 were hospitalized and none died. That's compared to 45 hospitalized and 8 deaths among those who received the placebo.
The efficacy of this particular antiviral is obviously very good news. The company, when they briefed us last night, had mentioned that they will be submitting their data to the FDA imminently.
The Merck pill is less effective than the monoclonal antibody treatments already available. Those have been shown to reduce hospitalizations and deaths 70 to 85%. But monoclonal antibodies are 3 times more expensive and have to be given through an IV in a hospital or clinic. Experts were quick to point out the pill would not be a substitute for the highly effective vaccines.
This is a potential additional tool in our toolbox to protect people from the worst outcomes of COVID. But I think it's really important to remember that vaccination, as we've talked about today, remains far and away our best tool against COVID-19. It can prevent you from getting COVID in the first place.
Now, if the Merck pill is authorized by the federal government and it's already ordered enough to treat 1.7 million patients, it would likely be used for the highest risk patients first. But this could be just the beginning, because Pfizer and Roche also have antiviral pills in late-stage trials with results expected coming up in the next few months.
California will have the country's first COVID vaccination mandate for children in school. The plan is going to require all elementary, middle, and high school students to get the shots once the vaccine gains final approval for their age groups. Right now, the government has fully approved the Pfizer vaccine for ages 16 and up, but it's only granted emergency use authorization for those aged 12 to 15. This mandate, by the way, in California will apply to students in both public and private schools. Well, the weekend is here after this gorgeous week, just in time for the rain to come back.
I know. So, Andrew, the whole weekend isn't going to be a washout, is it?
Fortunately not. We're looking at half dry, then half wet. And the first half is looking good. It's looking great right now. We still have blue skies out there. Lots to talk about in your weather department, as it has been all week long with this beautiful sunshine and warmer than average conditions. We're still looking at low and middle 70s. Hello, Flint. You've got 75 at this hour. Lapeer checking in at 74. Same thing for our neighbors in Pontiac. 74 degrees in Ann Arbor. Look at those beautiful blue skies over downtown Detroit. A few boats out there on the water. We've seen them go by live as we look from southern Canada. Hello to the folks in Windsor and Ontario as well. You're basking in the sunshine, and it's 73 right now over at Metro Airport. But yes, these are some of the raindrops to our west and to our southwest. They start to make their appearance, but not until the end of tomorrow. So this evening, it still remains dry. Perfect night for Friday night football. You got Fort Frenzy, you got Livonia Franklin taking on Livonia Churchill at 7 p.m. Temperatures drop off into the 60s, so pick out your favorite jacket before heading over to some high school football games as you're cheering in the stands. We'll talk more about that rain for your weekend coming up.
Hey, Andrew, thank you. 25-year-old man is in custody after a school shooting in southwest Houston. Police say the man, armed with a rifle, opened fire near the school's entrance. They say he shot through a glass door, then immediately fired at a school administrator, hitting him in the back. Around 1,000 students were inside the school at the time. None of them were hurt. That administrator is in surgery. The suspect surrendered without incident. Police haven't identified him, but said he once attended that school.
President Biden has just left the United States Capitol after working to push through his massive infrastructure bill. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi delayed a vote on it late last night as the progressives of her own party dug in on their demands over a larger social spending plan. Stakes are high for the president as he tries to get his party to pass the agenda he promised during the election. Alice Barr is in Washington with more. Alice?
Devin, Democrats are now in the rare position of controlling the House, the Senate, and the White House. Yet they've been locked in a struggle to try to find common ground and deliver a legislative victory for President Biden.
With pressure mounting to unite his party and close the deal on his top legislative priorities, President Biden making the trip to Capitol Hill today. He's stepping into a high-stakes game of tug-of-war as Democrats struggle to get on the same page.
Speaker Pelosi, will there be a vote today?
When we had the votes.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi delaying a vote on a $1 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill because progressive Democrats oppose it without a separate deal in place on a larger social spending plan.
We are making sure we're holding up the women who need child care, the families who need child care and paid leave, the folks who need climate change addressed, housing, immigration.
Two moderate Democrats stand in the way. Senator Joe Manchin publicly supporting a $1.5 trillion package, $2 trillion short of the White House-backed plan.
Let's look at each bill that's on merits. There's a lot of good in both of them. We should be able to come to that agreement.
Despite deep divisions, Democrats committed to passing both bills, knowing what's on the line.
If we fail on either or both, that is going to be very damaging to Joe Biden's presidency and to our prospects for maintaining our majority in the House.
One crisis is off the list. President Biden signing a bill into law overnight, just in time to avert a government shutdown.
Congress has not yet addressed a potentially catastrophic default on the nation's debt that could trigger a damaging recession if lawmakers don't raise the country's borrowing limit in a little more than 2 weeks. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Okay, Alice, we are off and running here on a Friday. Let's check in with Hank Winchester.
Coming up, we are tracking trash. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. We are coming to the rescue for people in this neighborhood and showing you what's being done to clean up areas all over Detroit.
With the new state budget passing at midnight, several counties across the state have begun to rescind their mask orders. Others standing firm after confusion about a single line in this year's budget. Coming up, what legal experts and local public health officials are saying today.
But first, we are learning just how much the global chip shortage hit General Motors' bottom line, and we'll have that next.